Hey, do you know your numbers? These are the most important numbers every real estate agent should track. And this is going to help you massively. Okay, why do we need to know it? Well, one of the biggest differences between agents who consistently close 20, 50, or 100 plus transactions a year, right? And agents who struggle is that top producers know their numbers. They don't guess, they measure. So if you don't know your numbers, it's almost impossible to predict your income, identify problems, or improve your business, right? And the better you know it, the more on top of your tracking, then you know what you need to do every single day to win, right? Broken down into weekly, into monthly, quarterly, etc., right? And annual. So I'm going to break down and give you here the most important numbers that you need to track. Okay, number one, you knew I was going to start with this one. If you've been watching my channel at all, conversations per day, right? And this is, in my opinion, the number one leading indicator of future income, right? So a conversation is a two-way interaction in which real estate is discussed. Can it be phone calls? Yes. Face-to-face conversations? Absolutely. Zoom meetings, meaningful DMs, if you were having a back and forth exchange, it can be a great open house conversation. But the goal is to get minimum of 10 per day and 25 if you didn't have any appointments, I would say every single day. So if you're averaging 15 conversations a day, 5 days a week, that's going to be 75 conversations per week. And that's almost 4,000 conversations per year. What do you think happens? You have 4,000 real estate conversations, right? Well, your ratios are going to tell you what's going to happen, but I'm going to say you're probably going to improve your business versus if you didn't have those. So more conversations are going to create opportunities. Another thing that's going to create opportunity is you subscribing, which like 88% do not that watch the channel. This is great information. You can write down all the different types that you need, but make sure you're watching this every single day because I really, really want to help you. And I've learned these things from coaching, so many agents now, thousands of agents over so many years, right? It's just been like 7, 8 plus now, right? So I really want to help you get in. Make sure you join my free school coaching groups in the link. You can go a deeper dive if you have questions on this, or into my paid if you want to get that accountability and transformation. I will help you as long as you're willing to do the work. Super easy. Just ask me what's the next thing you need to do, and I will set you on your path. Okay, number two, appointment set, right? All those conversations. What are we trying to get from it? Well, we want to get that buyer consultation, that listing appointment, right? If we're doing recruiting, we're doing that. If it's whatever else, it could be, meeting for in our referrals and our Facebook groups, right? Subscribers YouTube channel, whatever it is, we want to get those meetings set. And it can be a coffee meeting. And our goal is to get between 5 to 10 appointments every single week at a minimum. Appointments create contracts. All right, number three, appointment conversion rate. Here's another number you want to track because this is going to really help to see where we can improve and how many opportunities we're going to get, and then closings. So, how many appointments actually become clients, right? So, if we have 20 appointments and 12 uh, signed clients, our conversion rate is 60%. If you're only converting 30%, well, improving your presentation may double your business without finding a single new lead, but you have to track these numbers. And don't worry, stay at the end, we'll give you a bonus. And if you check into either the free or school, I'll give you a great sheet where you can track all this stuff, right? Or at least you can plug them in, the stuff that I would have. Okay, number four, contracts written, right? You track buyer contracts, listing agreements. Example, 8 listings signed was in, let's say for June, or 6 buyers under contract. So a total of 14 contracts. We got to track those numbers. Number five, closings. This is the scoreboard. You track monthly, right, and yearly. Of course, you can track daily, weekly, whatever you want. But I generally will do it. You can have weekly, monthly, quarterly, right, semi, and then yearly. So if the example goal is 36 closings, we're going to need 3 closings per month, right? And everything else should point towards this goal of what we're doing. So pretty simple. We'll get into other stuff that's a little more deeper. So average commission per closing. So this is how you know exactly what you're earning. If your average gross commission is, let's say, 10,500 and your average net is 7,400, small improvements here can dramatically increase the annual income, but you got to know your numbers. Number seven, average sales price. Example, if the average price is 525, just as an example, if you increase that to 650, you may earn substantially more while completing the same number of transactions, right? So that can be a difference of who we're targeting, right? What different areas we're going after, if we're going for a little bit higher end or just different price points, right? Pipeline value. Number eight, how much business is pending? Example, we have under contract 48,000, but listings coming soon is 27,000, active buyers 36,000. So in our pipeline is $111,000. It helps to forecast future income. So you're not always like, where am I at? You want to know exactly where you're at any time. Okay, number nine. These ones I love tracking, by the way. Database size. How many people know, like, trust you? Well, we're going to track the CRM contacts, your sphere, past clients, leads. And example, a goal could be add 10 to 20 new contacts every week in our CRM, and then we identify them in what they are. It's a great one. If you're adding every single day, your chances of opportunity, because we know typically 10% are going to be listing of that database. Now, I'm not sure on the buy or sell side. We'll just assume that somewhere around there, but let's just say even if it's 15 to 20% of those people are probably going to be buying or selling. So we want to stay ahead of that. Number 10, follow-up contacts. Fortunes are made in follow-up. That's right. So we want to track those calls, texts, emails, video messages. Goal is 50 to 100 follow-up touches each week. Yes, we track it. Okay, we just do a little. It's great. Lead sources. Okay, where are your clients coming from? Why is this important? Well, if we know that we're getting a lot of our resources from one particular referral base, right, we probably want to make sure that that referral base does not go away. How do we helping them get the things that they want, right? So number one, if it's a referral, who is referring it, right? If it's coming from YouTube, great, track it, make that content, right? As fast as you can get from once a week YouTube to daily, you're going to win. Facebook, same thing. I get a lot of referrals from my Facebook group, but it could be posts, it could be that, but track it. Instagram, Google, open houses. Zillow, if some people used to do that, some can't still do it. For sale by owners, expireds, farming, networking, past clients, whatever you have, but just you can be doubled down on what works. So this could be organic or paid ads as well. All right, cost per lead. This is another great one. So if you spend 1,000 a month to generate 40 leads, your cost per lead is, mathematicians, $25 per lead. Now, you need to know whether that your marketing is profitable. So we want to track those things, right? Don't just spend and we hope. Number 13, cost per closing. Example, if marketing is 2,500, you have 5 closings, cost per closing is $500. Referral percentage. Top agents receive a large percentage of their business from referrals. Absolutely. You build it up. So you track the referral closings, the referral income. Goal is to increase this percentage every year. What can you be doing? Client appreciation events work great. Helping those people do it. Introducing someone into your network. You introduce yourself into theirs. Pretty good. Asking for them. So the more, right, referrals you get, the happier you're probably going to be. Okay, number 15, listing to buyer ratio. Listings generally provide what? Greater leverage because one listing can generate multiple buyer opportunities. So if your current is, let's say, 70% buyers, 30% listing, right? We want to always try to move to a more balanced model or a mix that fits your business model best. Like sometimes it really is that, or you're a little more buyer side. That's what you prefer. That's fine. Okay, number 16. This is average days on market for your listings. So you track the average days to sell compared to your MLS. A shorter average can be what? A powerful listing presentation statistic. So if we're beating that, we can then say, hey, by going with us, right? This is the benefit, one of the benefits you're going to get. Number 17, list to sales price ratio. Example, average MLS 97%, your listings 99.2%. It demonstrates pricing and negotiation skills. Response time. Speed matters, okay? The average time to respond to lead. So let's just say if you can get it, golden where it's almost instant, 30 seconds a minute, love it. But if you can keep it under 5 minutes, massively more potential. If you can, of course, pick up your phone and answer right away, best, but if it's under 15 minutes, right, versus an hour. Or in some agents, it can be days or a day. Some it's a week, and some just never really even answer. Guess what happens? Faster response time often leads to higher conversion rates because they're just going to go to someone else. Okay, number nine, social media and YouTube metrics. So you're going to track how many videos you posted. What was the reach, the watch time, subscriber growth, followers, right? I track comments. That's an important one and responding to them. Now, of course, you're going to how many leads generated into which one, appointments booked from the content. Focus on the content that leads to conversations, not just views. So yeah, you want to look at it, track, see what's working, and apply more gasoline on that fire. Okay, income goal versus current pace. You need to know whether you're ahead or behind. So, example, if your goal GCI, let's say it's 300K, need monthly 25, you're currently 18, there's a 7 gap. You need to know exactly how much business you need or additional business you need to generate. Okay, I'm going to give you some bonuses. If you get in my free coaching, I'll give you some bonus numbers that top agents do track, little extra list. And we'll also go through a little weekly scoreboard example for you. So if you want to create or do these kind of things, so I'll leave those in the bonus. Either if you're in the free one, I'll put a link to it, or the paid, you're going to get them. Final thoughts. Successful agents don't leave their businesses to chance. They track the activities that are creating future income, and they're going to review those numbers every single week, right? When you know your conversation appointments, conversion rates, pipeline, income pace, you can quickly identify what is working, fix what's not, and make decisions on facts instead of feelings, right? So the conversation leads to appointments, which leads to clients, which contacts, closings, more referrals, more income, right? More people knowing, like, to trust, right? The more social media that we're doing and building, everything is going to, right, build over time. The bigger our database gets, but we've got to know those numbers. And these are the ones that hopefully helped you. So if you're not sure, these are the things that I would have you track, right? And even if you can't track them all, start with some and just keep adding. If you don't hit all the goals, start with just some. Get one in, right? You're not up to 10 conversations, just start with one. Then we'll build to two. It's the same with all the numbers. Even if you can't track everything, track some. That's best if you can, but I'll meet you where you're at. All right, thanks, guys. I hope this is beneficial. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Jump in the free or paid for those bonuses, and really start taking action. Okay, that's what's going to really help you get to the next level. So take action from this, and really want you to have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys watching. We'll build this up together, and we'll win together as well. Thank you again. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.